So a lot of you have been asking about an update regarding Robbie, and I just wanted to come on and give a brief update of what's been happening since the show. After the show aired, Robbie went into that treatment program for 4 months, and he made zero progress. He was previously in treatment prior to the show for 15 months, and they said he was not making progress, so they were going to release him. And so that's why I wrote the Dr. Phil show, because I didn't feel like it was safe for him to be out of treatment, and because of the lack of progress, it was very difficult to find a program willing to accept him. I had 30 days to scramble and try and figure out a plan for what we were going to do next, and that's why I ended up writing the show, because God forbid you ever get put in that position. Like, I had 30 days to figure it out, and I didn't know what to do, so I wrote the show, and they found a program that took him. He didn't make progress in that program, and the program got frustrated because the episode wasn't airing, and so they didn't want to keep him in the program when he wasn't making progress at the proper rate either. So that program kind of asked for us to take him out of that program. And so then we were faced with the choice of the only last option would be having him sentenced with juvenile probation. And so as a family, we decided that that would be the best option. And Robbie was very much aware and wanted to plead guilty to his charges. And so he flew back here and then pled guilty to his charges and has since been sentenced to a high lockdown treatment facility here, and there's no plans on releasing him at this time or in the near future, and they will maintain him in treatment, from what I understand, until he's 21 years old. But at this point, now that the legal system is taken over, we as parents have very little say on what happens from here on out. So many of you wonder, has he made any progress? And sorry, my daughter decided to bounce the ball in the middle of my video. It's very frustrating. But he hasn't made any real progress, and it's been extremely frustrating. We're still in communication with him. We're constantly talking to him about his thoughts and his urges, and we're encouraging him to really think about his victims and what this would do to a person. I have shared my story with him in hopes that he will be able to feel empathy or sympathy, but I don't know. It's just frustrating because he's so back and forth. Like, 1 minute he feels like he wants to change, but mostly because he doesn't want to be in treatment anymore. And so he wants to change so that he can get out of treatment. But then on the other hand, he turns around and says he likes who he is and his victims will get over it, and he doesn't want to have to conform to this world, and that people need to learn to love and accept him for who he is. And so it's just so frustrating and heartbreaking, and it has just been a lot for our family to deal with. And yeah, it's just exhausting, honestly. And I just right now I'm just so tired and just so numb to the world because of the nasty comments I've seen. But on top of it, most of the comments are supportive and loving, and we really do appreciate that. This has been, again, so difficult, and I don't have the proper words. I just don't know what to say to some people, because I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of explaining. I'm just so tired. It's been 2.5 years, and I've done everything I can do as a mother, and I feel like I struggle already every single day. I I know I didn't birth him, but when I married his father, going on 7 years ago, like, I committed to this family. I didn't just commit to my husband, and I didn't know how bad his children needed a mom. Like, I didn't really realize how bad the situation with their real mom was, but like, all 3 of my husband's kids, like, it's hard not to fall in love with them. Like, they're really amazing kids. Like, they are. And I know Robbie's a pedophile, but outside of that part of him, like, he had the biggest heart and was like the sweetest kid. And I have these memories and these pictures in my head of the innocent him before he started becoming that person, like, before we saw all of that. Like, I started seeing the red flags right away, but like, it wasn't like nearly as bad until he hit puberty, and then it just like was out of control, and it was like the hardest thing. That's my baby talking. But it was like the hardest thing ever, because it was just heartbreaking. I mean, I feel like I've grieved the loss of a child. Like, I'm constantly fighting on how I can get him better or what I can do, and I'm constantly scrambling to find the right words to help him, and I just want so badly to like help, and I don't know that I can do anything more. But when I say that, like, it hurts because I'm never gonna stop fighting. I'm never gonna stop trying. I'm never gonna give up on my kids. Whether I birthed them or didn't birth them, like, they're my kids. I don't have to explain that to anybody, and I don't feel like people have to care whether or not I birthed them, or like, people have such negative opinions and say such stupid things, and I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm tired of it. My children know, like, who I am and what I stand for, and that's all I really care about, is that they know they're loved and that they know that they're mine and that I'm in their corner. So I'll just continue to fight. I'll just continue to fight. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here, but I just wanted to say thanks again for all the love and support for our family. We really do appreciate it. So thank you for that. Bye, guys.